everybody. In this video what we're going to show is nailing. Pretty simple process that shouldn't take much explanation, but what we're doing is pounding in a galvanized nail every 2 inches in every seam in the logs. And I use 2 or 3 different sizes of nails. Mostly I use 7-penny galvanized nails. I think they're box nails. And if the crack is bigger or wider, then I'll use a 10-penny nail, maybe for a crack this wide. And if they're really wide, I go up to a 20-penny nail in the corners or places where it's super wide. Whatever it takes to fill up the space. I'll show you some close-ups later of the actual end result. But for now, I'll just show you how I do it. Pretty simple. I use a 13-ounce hammer, which was, I remember when I was a kid, my boss, when I was a carpenter, came to work telling everybody about how wonderful this 13-ounce hammer he had was for pounding on sheeting and siding and that kind of stuff. And all the guys looked at him like, you're kind of crazy. Can't you use a big 16-ounce hammer? But now that I'm old, I bought a 13-ounce hammer, and it's a huge difference between that and 16-ounce when you're doing small nails and doing a lot of them. And I've done a lot. There's 10,000 of these nails on the outside of the building, and when I'm done there will be 10,000 of them on the inside in these seams. They're every 2 inches because the mortar that we use for chinking develops hairline cracks about every 6 to 8 inches. And if you didn't drive the nails in, those chunks of mortar would just fall out because the mortar doesn't adhere very well to the varnished surface of the log. And the logs move as they change in temperature and humidity. So by having a nail every 2 inches, I've got a nail in, I got 2 or 3 nails in every one of those chunks of mortar, and they should stay there indefinitely. So here's how I do it. There's 2 stages to it. First is driving the nails in. I'll show you a few of those. Drive them in at an angle because that's all you can do without marring the wood. Drive them in so that they're sticking up about as wide as a crack. Now, one method that I use is that after I empty my hand of nails, I have my left hand going in the pocket getting another handful of nails and getting them lined up. At the same time, my right hand goes back over these nails and straightens them up, and I do. So when I'm done, I'm ready with another nail. And I can drive them in without losing my rhythm. But there's another method that I use that's a little easier. Maybe, I don't know why I do one or the other, but the other method is just to use the other end, this end of the hammer, and just bend them up. And I don't know if you could hear, but as the nail gets straight, then the bottom of the handle hits the bottom of the nail and you can't bend it any further, so that there's a natural stop. And you push them in, they just stop naturally. So there they are. They're now straight up right in front of the fiberglass. And when you trowel the brick mortar in, the mortar goes behind the nails, and the nails are embedded in the mortar. And that's how they stay there. So now let me give you some close-ups of some finished work, and you'll have an idea how it looks. Okay, I have the gable wall completely nailed and ready to chink. So you can see that those nails are driven in, and all the seams over the entire gable wall. Now let me walk over to a corner. Well, first let me walk over to this corner to show you the stages. This corner is not, has not been insulated because I just finished running all the wires through this corner that I need to get the electrical wires from the loft floor up into the loft ceiling. So you can see it's an ugly mess of gaps and holes and chisels, and the wiring is all in there now, embedded way at the back. And I've got some nails in there right now. In fact, you can see right here, I've got some of the big 20-penny nails because of this big crack. And I'll do the same down here, but I'll wait until after I've stuffed insulation. So the next thing will be to vacuum out the sawdust and stuff in insulation, drive in those nails, and then be ready to chink. So we'll walk down, just walk down this gable wall, and I'll show you a corner that is complete. This corner is ready. It's all insulated, all nailed, and you can see the pattern of nails that where I use some of the big nails. And here's a wide crack. It's uses big 10-penny nails. In fact, there might even be some 20s in there. So that's the story on nailing. There's only one step to go. That's chinking with brick mortar, and we'll do that next. Thanks for watching.